I'm Melissa Case from Hat to Hem, and I'm doing it again. So my husband and I are going to be taking the little guy over to the Jersey Renaissance Faire tomorrow, and for some reason I think it's a good idea to update my Danielle dress because, you know, it's not like I got anything else going on with work or small children or a dog or anything, so perfect timing, right? Now I did just make this last year. It should still fit me, it should be fine. So you may be wondering, what's wrong with it? Why aren't you just wearing that? Well, I want to have just a little bit more freedom. I mean, yes, I do want to kind of look a little fancier, but also this is a really bad reason to make a whole new costume, but I want the freedom to do my hair the way I want. All reasons are valid, right? Not to sound like a grumpy millennial, but I do not get why the center part is so popular right now. It doesn't do it for me. Now, I will still have a center part tomorrow, but I want to have the freedom to throw in a couple extra braids or put it all up in a net or whatever I feel like doing tomorrow. I want to have that freedom, and I do want to look a little fancier, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Now, I am still going to be using the chemise. I'm still going to be using the dress as a base. So the work I did last year is not going to be put to waste. I'm just going to add to it. So my first plan is to make a tabard. So my plan is I'm going to make a tabard, which is just like a very loose overdress. So I'm going to make that. I have a lot of fabric that I bought at Joann's yesterday. It was on clearance and it just felt like a good opportunity. And then I will probably add some trim to it, and then I'm going to tie it at my waist with a belt with this cord that I bought. We'll see how it looks, but my plan right now is that I'm going to only tie the front and kind of let the back be loose. I just think that would make it a little bit more interesting, and also I really want a cape. The other plan is I'm going to make some oversleeves for the dress. I wasn't fully happy with the ones that I made last year, which, if I'm going to be honest, is also a reason I want to kind of update this dress. So I have fabric for that, and we'll see how that goes. It's currently 3:05. I have until like 10 a.m. tomorrow to be completely done and dressed. So I should probably get started. I just want to take a quick moment to talk about this. Now, due to budget and fabric availability and everything, mine is not going to be this voluminous. I believe I only have 4 yards of fabric, and I'm pretty sure I would need more than that to properly make this. For example, this section right here, which is not quite the widest part, but it's getting there. This alone is about 42.5 inches, and I believe my fabric is 60 inches. So we're looking at like 24 inches difference here. And I mean, that's just is what it is. Not much I can do about that at the moment. I mean, I could always maybe buy more fabric and update it later, but I'm going to be honest with myself, I probably won't. So we'll just see how it looks with this smaller version and see if that's going to be okay. I'm kind of at the point where I think it's okay if I decide it's okay. Like, if I'm okay with it, then it's okay. I need to stop saying okay. I'm not aiming for historical accuracy. I'm aiming for a garment that I like. And hopefully I will like this when it's all done. We'll see. I'm not going to know until I start, so I better get started. I'm just going to quickly drape this on my dress form, and I'm going to try and get just the basic shapes down, get it cut out, and finish off the edges. I'm not going to be too particular about this. It's for a Renaissance Fair. I'm not aiming to be historically accurate, so machine stitching it is. Alright, so I have the front and the back cut out, and I realized I have a lot of extra fabric, and I think it might be enough extra fabric to add on to the back. So what I'm thinking is maybe I can alter this back piece to just be one half, and then I can cut this out and it can be the second half, and then I will get a lot of back panel / cape swooshing action. So I think I'm going to try that and see what happens. The back seam was finished with a French seam. They can be a little bit more work, but in this case I do think it was worth it because I like having that raw edge in case, so that I don't have to worry about it all unraveling in the future. The neckline was finished off with some bias tape that I made from some of the scrap fabric. If I had a little bit more time, I might have considered just lining the inside of this garment, but from a budget point and from a timeline point, it just wasn't possible. I had some ribbon I used as trim. I'm actually really excited about it because it matches the ribbon that I used to trim my son's little doublet, so I'm kind of excited that we get the match. I also really love the little bits of gold in it because I feel like that just kind of ties the different elements of this dress together with the cord I'm going to use as a belt and also the pattern that you'll see on the sleeve gauntlets. It's just going to bring it all together, and I just love this color combination. Okay, I feel like this was a success. I like my cape, and it's gigantic. Look how big this thing is. Alright, so I think I am now good to finish up the sides. I'm going to leave it open on the sides, kind of just keep this little effect going. But I think this is going to look good against my original dress, so I'm not too worried. I already know, I'm just going to spend all day just doing this. Alright, let's finish up the sides. I finished the side edges with just a normal hem, very straightforward. After I trimmed off the bottom of the garment, I hemmed it with a narrow hem, which is not my favorite process because I find the presser foot to be a little finicky, but it gets the job done. I also added a little bit of gold braid to the top and bottom of the ribbon. Is this historically accurate? I have no idea, probably not. But I think it looks nice, and I think it gets points for that, at least in my book. Up next, I cut out the sleeve gauntlets and I finished off the edges so they would be ready to go. Okay, I'm in the home stretch now. I am getting ready to work on the sleeve gauntlets, and I'm looking for some buttons that I can use just to kind of decorate where these gauntlets are going to be closed. I need at least 4, possibly 5 buttons for what I'm thinking about doing. So now it's just a matter of hopefully finding things that kind of look like they can go together. Now, I don't think I want just plain shiny buttons. I think I want something that has a little bit more dimension to it. Again, I have no idea if this is going to be accurate. It probably isn't, but I feel like it would just help make this project look a little bit nicer, and it would save me having to deal with like any kind of like ribbon ties, because it's just, I'd rather not at this point. Alright, so right now I'm considering these because they don't match, but I don't think it would be too noticeable. So I have 4 big buttons, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little buttons, so that should give me what I need. Which feels almost meant to be. Yeah, I think that would be enough. Alright, let's see if this works. Now, I will say that if I were to do this again, I probably would have flatlined the sleeve gauntlets. I thought that this upholstery fabric would be sturdy enough to support the gauntlets on their own, but they ended up getting a little saggy. Actually, if I'm going to be honest, if I were to do this again, I would just fake the sleeves. I would make it look like that they're the gauntlets with the puffy parts hanging out, but in reality, I'd probably just make it a normal sleeve because I just find that to be more comfortable. Maybe the next time I make some kind of fancy princess dress, I will fake the sleeves and show you how I do it, but that's for next time, I guess. I did attach the upper garment to the original dress using some yarn. That just seemed like the best way to do that. I ended up leaving the bottom gauntlet loose so I could just take it off very easily, which I did at the fair, so I was very grateful for that design choice. It stayed up on its own just fine, but when I needed a little bit of a break and a little bit more ease of movement, I was able to just take that off and push the chemise sleeve up, and that did the trick. I made a little modesty panel just as a way to bring the fancy fabric through the top of the dress. And honestly, I'm really glad I did that because I think it just ties it all together. Wow. I can't believe it, but I actually got it done. I honestly wasn't sure if I'd be able to, but I did. Wow. It's been a while since I've done a one-day make that wasn't like a toddler shirt, so I'm not sure if I'm in awe or in shock right now. Is it perfect? No. but I don't think it needs to be. It's something I made in a day. It's not going to an event where I need to be historically accurate. I think it's all good. I'm just so happy with it. I love how the colors all come together. I love that the details all kind of work. I love that this little part sticks out. I feel like it just gives it a little bit more dimension. It also ties together the sides, and it ties together this part that kind of shows at the bottom because I accidentally made the front too short. Maybe anybody who doesn't watch this video will think it was a design choice. Maybe? I mean, I totally did it on purpose. What am I saying? Of course I did it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. But you know what? I think it works. I'm not sure what surprises me more, the fact that I got this done or the fact that I got this done in addition to 3 loads of laundry. Wow. I'm just so happy with it. I cannot believe I got this done. I mean, it's well after 2 a.m., but I got it done, and that's what matters. I cannot wait to wear this. If you're still with me, thank you so much for watching this whole video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments and give it a like and all that other YouTube-y stuff that really helps other people find this video. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon who are always so supportive and did not, at least verbally, judge me when I said I was going to make a one-day make project instead of the other project that I'm currently working on. Thank you. Your support means so much to me. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of my work, please consider subscribing to my channel. The project that I'm currently working on is one that I'm really excited about, and I'm really hoping that I can share it with you soon. Though you may have gotten a preview of it if you follow me on Instagram. Anyway, I've talked enough. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!